Hello everyone, welcome back to my presentation. In this video, I am going to discuss about the subject Social Connect and Responsibility. I am Nishchita SN, 3rd SEM BE, Department of Electronics and Communication in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. The topic is about benefits of trees and their impact on health. Introduction. A tree is a perennial plant with an elongated stem or trunk, usually supporting branches and leaves. In some usages, the definition of a tree may be narrower, including only woody plants with secondary growth, plants that are usable as lumber, or plants above a specified height. The contents are biodiversity support, water quality, temperature regulation, stress reduction, noise reduction, air purification, allergen reduction. First one is biodiversity support, habitat restoration. Trees provide essential habitats for a wide range of species, including birds, mammals, insects, and microorganisms. Ecosystem support. Trees interact with other organisms and ecosystem components, forming a balanced and interconnected web of life. Supporting the water cycle, trees regulate water flow and surface runoff by slowly shedding rainwater, promoting soil infertilization through their extensive root system, and preventing erosion. Next one is food sources. Tree planting projects can focus on native fruiting species to support local biodiversity and provide food for wildlife. Support for pollinators. By planting flowering trees and shrubs, we can create corridors and habitats that attack and sustain these important pollinator species. Next is water quality. As the trees absorb water through their roots, they filter pollutants and also slow the flow of rainwater towards creeks, rivers, lakes, and ultimately urban areas. Water quality describes the condition of the water, including chemical, physical, and biological characteristics, usually with respect to its suitability for a particular purpose such as drinking or swimming. Water quality. First one is too much runoff. Rapidly moving runoff creates flooding and transport high levels of sediments, attach pollutants and dissolved contaminants into surface water. Too many pollutants, fertilizers, herbicides and insecticides from agricultural field and urban lawns, oils, antifreeze and salts from city streets and parking lots. Wastewater treatment. Rapidly growing tree species can effectively uptake excess nutrients in the runoff from irrigated fields and livestock operations, as well as from municipal and industrial wastewaters. Windbreaks. Airborne pollutants, including dust and chemicals, are trapped and filtered by windbreaks, preventing deposition into road ditches, streams, and lakes. Next, temperature regulation. Close the gap. As trees grow, they help stop climate change by removing carbon dioxide from the air, storing carbon in the trees and soil, and relaxing oxygen into the atmosphere. Target audience. Trees and vegetation also provide cooling through evaporation of rainfall collecting on leaves and soil. Cost savings. Trees cool the air by intercepting sunlight and by transpiration cooling. Trees and vegetations, example, bushes, shrubs, and tall grasses, lower surfaces and air temperatures by providing shade and cooling through evaporation and transpiration, also called evapotranspiration. Urban trees also store less heat and energy than many artificial surfaces found in metropolitan areas such as concrete and asphalt. Stress reduction. Spending time around trees and looking at trees reduce stress, lowers blood pressure and improves mood. Spending time in nature, looking at plants, water, birds, and other aspects of nature gives the cognitive portion of our brain a break, allowing us to focus better and renew our ability to patient. While we breathe in the fresh air, we breathe in phytoncides, airborne chemicals and that plants give off to protect themselves from insects. Phytoncides have antibacterial and antifungal qualities which help plants fight diseases. The most well researched benefit of nature exposure is that it seems to help decrease our stress, rumination, and anxiety. Noise reduction. Trees act as noise barriers, reducing pollution through a phenomenon called sound attenuation. Some trees, such as stems, leaves, branches, and trees, absorb sound waves. Thick, grainy bark and fleshy leaves are particularly effective in absorbing sound due to its dynamic surface. In shrubs, it depends on their size. As we know, sound waves can be refracted ground vines on the wall. As we know, sound waves can be refracted. For example, if sound hit on solid floors, that waves bounce all curve over and create echoes, and with carpeting the echoes disappear. Ground covering plants, vines on walls, and green walls help achieve the same effect. Air purification. Tiny pores on the leaves of trees, called stomata, inhale air that contains toxic pollutants. Once absorbed gases, including pollutants such as SO2, NO2, CO, and ozone, diffuse within the inner surface of the leaves and are broken down, reducing energy consumption in buildings, which in turn reduces the consumption of energy from polluting sources. SO2 and NO2 are harmful to our respiratory systems. They also react with other airborne substances to create more particulate pollution and contribute to acid rain. When concentrated clouds of minuscule particles crash into trees, they disappear undiluted in the air. Trees that have dense canopies like pines and conifers are goof natural air purifiers. The same applies to trees with larger leaves with rough and hair surfaces. Allergen reduction. Properly chosen and placed trees or plants can help reduce airborne allergies, improving respiratory conditions for some individuals. Bamboo plum. The bamboo plum is noted for its easygoing attitude toward light. Wherever you put it, it will probably be fine as long as it's not in full sun. Some of the plants which helps in reducing allergies of certain kind. Peace lily. These plants can also absorb mold spores and keep them from growing and lush, pretty, and uniformly hard to kill. Snake plant, by releasing oxygen and adding moisture to their air, snake plants can help lessen the impact of airborne allergies like dust and dander. These plants can actually pull allergens out of their air and store them in their leaves, a handy feature. They are also absolute powerhouse when it comes to trichology ethylene removal in an NASA study. Conclusion: investing in trees will result in sustainable cities with happier and healthier people. We review the sustainable evidence to better understand the tangible and real benefits that trees provide. While there are considerations, planting and protecting trees is a real solution to many of society's challenges, offering high potential with relatively small input and energy. The results can be profound in the long term. Annual rate of forest convert change in India. This graph shows that. Thank you for watching this video.